Good morning, children. Welcome to the online session of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. Children, we are going to discuss today the chapter Accounting for Share Capital, and the topic for discussion today is reissue of forfeited shares. We have discussed in our previous class about the forfeiture of shares. Forfeiture means cancellation of shares. That is when a shareholder does not make a payment for any of the due money related to installment, then the company will cancel those shares. So we have discussed that there is one journal entry related to cancellation of shares, that is share capital will be debited to forfeited shares account, and to calls in arrears, that is those amount which we have not received will be shown either separately or under calls in arrears account. We saw the journal entry and we did the problem when forfeited of shares is at par as well as in premium. Now let us go for reissue of forfeited share, that is the cancelled shares are reissued. So let us see the important things which is related to reissue of forfeited shares. Reissue of forfeited shares is not an issue of shares. We are not issuing the shares, but we are selling the shares. Okay, so we are selling the shares that were reissued earlier and cancelled by the company. So this is already sold shares. Okay, now we are again selling it, that is we are reselling it because the company have cancelled those shares. Forfeited shares may be reissued by the company at par, at premium, or at a discount. We know that when we issue the shares, we can issue it at par or at premium. Okay, but when we reissue the shares, we can reissue them at par, at premium, as well as at discount also. But you have to remember that when we are reissuing the shares at discount, the discount allowed on reissue of forfeited shares should not exceed the amount of forfeited on reissue of shares. Now this is the journal entry for reissue of shares at par. So when you are selling the shares, or selling the shares which was cancelled, what is the journal entry? Bank account debited to share capital account. So you are selling the shares, and in return of that shares, you are making that particular shareholder your company's owner. So for the shares he held in our company. So the journal entry in this regard is bank account debited because you receive cash from that shareholder to share capital account. Okay. The next entry is forfeited of shares when forfeited shares are reissued at discount is the case, second case. In this case, the journal entry will be in this way: bank account debited with the amount received on reissue, forfeited shares account debited with discount allowed on reissue. That is, whenever we reissue the shares on discount, instead of the word discount, we will use forfeited shares account on the debit side. Whenever a forfeited shares is shown on the debit side, you have to understand that it is a discount. Okay, to share capital account, so that is the amount credited as paid up money. There is a calculation to show to calculate this amount, that is forfeited shares account. To get the amount of this forfeited shares account, there is a calculation. Calculation goes this way: number of shares reissued into called up value minus reissue price per share. Now let us see an example to get a clear understanding about, that is discount allowed on reissue of forfeited shares should not exceed the amount forfeited on reissue of shares. So to understand this statement correctly, we are using an example. Suppose a share of ₹100 is issued at par and ₹40 has been received. So we are issuing our shares of 100 and we have issued at par, that is 100 rupees itself, and we have received from out of this 100 rupees we have received 40 rupees, and then after receiving this 40 rupees the shareholder was unable to make the further payment and his shares was forfeited by the company. In such a case, the maximum discount on reissue of forfeited shares can be rupees 40. So what is the maximum discount allowed in this case? It's 40 rupees. Okay. Beyond that, that is what we have received from this shareholder, beyond that we cannot go for a discount. So maximum discount issued in this case will be 40. That is not exceed the amount forfeited on reissue of shares. I hope you understood with the help of this example. Now the third case, that is if forfeited shares are reissued at a price higher than their face value or nominal value. And you know that whenever we reissue or whenever we issue the shares more than its face value, it is known as securities premium reserve. So in this case, the journal entry goes this way: bank account debited with the amount received on reissue, to share capital account with the amount credited as paid up, to securities premium reserve account with the excess amount received on reissue over credited as paid up. So this is a journal entry for reissue of shares when the shares are reissued at premium. Now those were the entries for reissue. One more thing you have to remember is that transfer of balance in forfeited shares account. When forfeited shares are reissued, we know that when cancelled share is sold again, one of the following two situations arises. So two of these cases may arise, that is all forfeited shares are reissued, all the cancelled shares will be reissued by the company, or sometimes it may happen that all forfeited shares are not reissued. Sometimes the company may not reissue whole share, only some part of the shares, cancelled shares, will be reissued and the other part will be left there without reissuing it. So in these two cases, how is the journal entry will go, that we have to learn. All forfeited shares are reissued. When all the forfeited shares are reissued, after reissue of all the forfeited shares, balance left in forfeited shares account is transferred to capital reserve account, it being a gain of capital nature. So whenever when we go for reissue of shares, and if some money is, that is if some balance is left in forfeited shares account, that amount will be transferred to capital reserve account, and this capital reserve account is a gain. And which type of gain? Capital nature gain. Okay, and in that case, what is the journal entry you have to pass? Forfeited shares account debited to capital reserve account, being gain on reissue transferred to capital reserve. So when we go for forfeited cancellation of shares and reissue of shares, after doing cancellation and reissue, if there is any debit balance left in forfeited share account, that you have to transfer to capital reserve account. Now let us do one problem. Navalakshmi Limited forfeited 500 shares of rupees 10 each. So here this company Navalakshmi Limited is cancelling 500 shares. The value of nominal value of that share is 10 rupees. And why they are cancelling the shares? Because there was a non-payment of first call. First call is of 3 rupees. The final call of 2 rupees per share is yet to be made. So the company have not yet made final call of 2 rupees. This is uncalled money. Okay. All the forfeited shares were reissued. So whatever shares were, that is 500 shares were cancelled and those shares were reissued. Pass the necessary journal entry in each of the following cases. The first case is if the shares are reissued for rupees 5 per share. So we are reissuing these shares for 5 rupees. Children, in this case, the first thing what you have to show is the cancellation entry. So entry for forfeiture of shares, 500 shares in all the cases will be common. Share capital account, you know the cancellation entry. Whenever there is cancellation of shares, the share capital account will be debited. So share capital account debited to forfeited shares account to share first call account. Under share capital account, how much shares we are going to cancel? 500 into what is the called up money? Out of, let us see the summary over here. So out of this 500 shares, you are cancelling 500 shares. 10 rupees is the called up money and nominal value or face value of these shares. Out of this 10 rupees, 3 rupees is non-payment of first call and 2 rupees we have not called up. So to calculate the called up money, 10 rupees minus 2 rupees. See, out of that 10 rupees we have not made the final call of 2 rupees. So how much call we have made, or how much is the called up money? 10 minus 2. So called up money is 8 rupees. Okay. So here called up money is 8 rupees, that is 500 into 8, 4000. To forfeited shares account. Forfeited shares means here in case of forfeiture account, forfeited shares account will be credited, and this means the amount which you have received from this particular shareholder. So 500 into 5. See children, out of this 10 rupees you have not made 2 rupees call. So how much is the called up money? 8 rupees. Out of that 8 rupees you have not received 3 rupees call or first call. So how much is the money which you have received from these shareholders? So 10 minus 2 minus 3, that will give you 5 rupees. So you have received from this particular shareholder 5 rupees. So 500 into 5 will give you 2500. Then to share first call account is the account which you have not received from this particular shareholders. That is 500 into 3 is the first call money, into 3 will give you 1500. Being 500 shares forfeited for non-payment of first call. Now this is the forfeited entry. This 500 shares which is forfeited, you are going to reissue it. That is, you are going to sell it. So when you are selling it, it is informed in the question that you are reselling it for 5 rupees. Remember, the called up money for this share is 8 rupees. Okay, and out of that 8 rupees you are selling it for 5 rupees. So 8 rupees item you are selling for 5 rupees. So what is your loss? 3 rupees. That 3 rupees you will show as a discount. So this is how you have to find out. That is, 8 rupees is the value of shares. You know that 10 rupees is the value of share, but we have not made the final call. So that call which has not been called up, that will not be taken considered here. So 8 rupees which is the called up value, out of that you are reselling this share for 5 rupees. So what is your loss? 3 rupees. So that will be shown under forfeited share account. Instead of using the word forfeit discount, you have to use the word forfeited shares account debited. Okay. So 500 into 3, that will give you 1500. To share capital account, make a total of this and you will get 4000. Being 500 forfeited shares reissued for rupees 5 per share. Now very important part, that is the third entry related to transfer of gain on forfeited of shares to capital reserve account. Children, here you can see in the working note, to get the amount of capital reserve, forfeited shares which is there in credit side, you have to subtract it from the forfeited shares on the debit side. So whatever amount you will get, that is here in this problem, particular problem, the debit credit side forfeiture share, that it is the amount 2500, and the debit side forfeiture shares you have 1500. So after subtracting this you will get 1000. Let us go back to the journal entry part. Here you can see that on the credit side of forfeited shares account, how much is your amount? 2500. So when you cancel this particular share, that is 500 share was cancelled, the gain on this share was 2500. This amount you will not refund to this particular shareholder. So that is regarded as the gain for the company, 2500. But here you can notice that forfeited shares have been debited. That means when you reissue this share of 500 shares, you are reissuing it at a discount, which is a loss for a company. So gain is 2500 and loss is 1500. So you subtract 2500 with 1500, the total gain is 1000. So 1000 is the gain on this forfeiture of share, and after reissuing it, the total gain what is left is 1000. That 1000 you will transfer to capital reserve account. So our journal entry goes this way: forfeited shares account debited to capital reserve account 1000. The narration: being gain on reissue transferred to capital reserve account. So one is forfeited entry, reissue entry, and the other one is the gain on reissue you are transferring to capital reserve.